All right, we are live here in Nashville. Everybody start pacing. We'll double up in the backstretch. Hello, everybody on the Paillé IROC series YouTube channel. We are about to get underway for the in the third to last race of the season, I believe. Everybody double up. No choose cone, by the way. Just double up. So get in your proper lane. And hurry up, catch up, Gordon, catch up. Alright, coming to the restart zone very soon here. And green flag is in the air. Here in Nashville, we already got one wrecking off the start. And we got more wrecking off the start. Everybody try and break into turn one. Here comes Roken to the inside of Matty on the first lap, out of turn two. Down into turn three, Roken trying to take the race lead away. Toward, you are parked, sir. I said, goodbye. You lagged. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud, but... Fine. Dude, one chance. If you had one chance, seize every opportunity. If you do it again, bro, I'm... Roken, warning 1 out of 3. Warning 1 out of 3, Roken. Holy shit, dude. Wait, what the fuck is that? Okay, sorry. Anyways, Matty out to the race lead. Zach in second? No, sorry, Roken. Anyways, Matty out to a good race lead. Make sure not to merge mid-corner, by the way, because that's kind of dangerous. Thank you for, like, not merging in second, actually. I'm kind of proud of you. You didn't Kmart merge. Anyway, Zach trying to run on sort of a high lane here, but Matty's just scooting away. Maple up to P3. Maple's been running pretty good in the past few stretches of races. Oh, we got one upside down. We got one on his lid. Dragon Saber is on his roof. The caution will come out. Flipping into turn one is Dragon Saber, but this is the race back to the line. Matty's gonna get the race back to the line, of course, but already on his lid is Dragon Saber. We don't have that rule here. Because if we had that rule, then Zach would have been parked from Watkins Glen. Yeah, we're not going green this time, because not everybody caught up yet. Is after halfway is DNF flip. Okay, bring all this kind of stuff up at the end of the season, actually. I might actually start incorporating that. Like, because I might talk, okay, at the end of the season, I might host a couple of polls asking what you want out of the series, like, points format-wise. Don't tell Nick about that one. Points format-wise. That kind of simple rule stuff. Double up. But yeah, you can, like, suggest stuff at the end of the season, and I will consider it. I might open a suggestions channel. Maple, you were in... Oh yeah, Roken, you're outside. There's no choose cone. Toward, if you're lagging really bad, just try and, you can, park and wait for your lag to fix, but... Coming to the line. Green flag is back in the air. Battling in turn one. Here comes Maple. Matty gets almost turned there. Maple trying to track down the 61 and trying to get his first career win, and they dive 3 wide into turn 3, and Rokin's getting in the wall. Here comes Maple for the race lead underneath of Matty Moss. Maple is going to take the race lead here, diving into turn 1 now. Maple, your race leader. Rokin, watch the wall taps, buddy. But the battle is still on. Matty Moss trying to battle back around the outside. Well, the battle is on for P3. For P3, actually, yeah. And it's between... God, who is it in the shadows? But Leo and... Maple has to let off on the apron because he, to make the corner. And, they get up the bumper now, but Leo and Cyrus are in P3 and P4 trying to get up to this pack here. The 2 leaders, but Maple putting on a very good effort here in Nashville already. Matty's falling back, but now Maple's very clear out front now. But now Leo into P2, the points leader. Maple P2 in points, trying to make up every little point he can, at least try and maybe close the gap a little bit, if at all. But now here comes Leo to the inside. Leo is going to try and take your race lead here. But no, Matty Moss back to the inside. They're 3 wide for the race lead for there a second there. Matty Moss trying to clear, but they can't. Oh, we got cars. Oh, we got 2 wide. Oh my god. Now Rokin is coming up for the race lead now. I don't know what has happened to the ticker. There we go. Anyways, Maple has the race lead, but here comes Matty Moss once again. Back to the inside. Very good battles so far here in Nashville, under the lights. Oh, we got 1 car going through the infield, and he's going to get back going, but Dragon Saber almost probably could have flipped there again if it were any worse of an angle. Rokin dives the inside, backs out. Maple trying to get back to Matty here. Oh, but here comes Rokin. Back a little bit. But Matty right now, Matty is honestly still fast, but still not really getting away as much as it was in Kansas, as they were in Kansas. But if they keep battling like this, then they might just get away like Kansas. Yeah, Rokin now in P2, but Leo and Maple are battling. Leo trying to get to the back bumper of Rokin, but can't really do it there. He's going to have to work at it. These setups, you really got to work your car and just have a lot of skill to pull off a good run here. A lot of people said the setups are tight, but you got to work at your car to get it loose, get it looser, and get back down to the bottom, which I kind of like. But some people, it's not their forte, I would say. As Cyrus and Zach were battling back there for P5 as they're bumpering each other out of the way, as the top 4 are kind of separated equally. They're the only battle really going on right now. Matty's still leading. But Back to the lead now. We have Rokin's kind of catching. Rokin's to the inside. Matty comes down to block. They're going to go into the infield. Rokin's going to come out on top of that. Rokin let off a little bit. Rokin now your race leader after that kerfuffle down to the infield. Rokin has 2 wins on the season, and Rokin's going to back off and surrender a ton of positions. I don't know if that's lag or something, but he's stuck on the apron. He's going to the infield. He's going down pit road. But Leo and Maple are now battling for P2. Maple, I know, would be ecstatic to get his first win. Leo trying to look for his 4th on the season. Leo, your points leader, for good reason too. Very good, very solid runs every week that he shows up, and I think he hasn't missed a single race. Merge behind. Make sure to merge behind Maple. Yeah, thank you. But 22 laps in here, and Leo is in P2 trying to track down the number 61 of Matty Moss. Matty already has an intermediate win this season at Kansas, trying to make it a number 2, which would tie them for second most wins on the season with Rokin. Only Rokin and Leo have multiple wins on the season. And Matty only showed up at, I believe, what was it? I think it was Kansas. Kansas was their first race, I believe. So, only 2 races Matty has done, and in those 2 races, Matty has brought it home in first, and then I don't really remember how they finished at CTMP. Did they show up to CTMP? I don't remember. My brain's kind of blanking here, because I've raced 2 CTMP races. I raced in Divisional, and then I had my own league race before that, so I don't really remember. I'm kind of mixing the 2 races into my head, and I don't really know which one is which. But Leo, not really gaining any ground here, but Maple's kind of gaining ground on Leo a little bit, I think. Zach, watch the wall taps. Maple is catching Leo. Maple's come so close yet so far. He came up short at Circuit Icar, got that penalty at Echo Park, came up short at CTMP. That was, I think, in my opinion, the biggest heartbreak. Was leading, and then because some people don't know what track limits are at a road course, it got basically ruined for him. But at least the person who cut the track didn't get the win. But man, it's been rough for Maple. It really has. Personally, I'm a Maple fan. Zach, warning 1 out of 3 for wall taps. Personally, I'm a Maple fan. I'm gonna show a little bit of commentator bias here. Not really. I'm not in officiating, but as like a fan, because Canada, But it's kind of heartbreaking to see him lose like that. Like, geez, but Rokin's catching now to Leo. Leo apologizing for a mistake he made. I don't really remember what he did because I'm blind, I guess. But Leo trying to put the bumper to Maple. But But Matty's just putting a dominant show out front. Nobody seems to really be able to catch up. At almost a 1 second lead, but Leo to the bumper of Maple here for second. Leo to the inside. Maple's gonna back off. That's gonna let Roken underneath of him now. But here comes Roken for second. He's to the inside of Leo. Roken to P2. Isn't clear though. He's gonna have to battle him on the outside. Oh, they missed the trial. It's almost like a corner in itself. But oh, the bumper is being used a lot here. Battle is on. Roken trying to clear on the outside. He can't do it. Leo's still there. On the inside. Leo has the advantage now in turn 1. Oh, the bumper to Leo. That's going to help him. That's actually going to help him. See what the gap is. 1.2 to down. What is it now? It's down. Leo gained. Either that or Matty lost. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure Maple's not going to be happy with Roken trying to battle him. I'm sure Maple's going to want to catch up, but Roken's not really making that easy. If I were the people behind Matty right now, I would file in single file and let whoever you think is the fastest, I'd let them out front of out of your little group. And I'd try to track Matty down for the race win. Gap is increased now. Matty running a bit of almost looks like a kind of a diamond line almost. Runs up to the almost the top of the track and then comes down to the middle of the track. It looks like. But in turns 3 and 4, Matty sticks it to the bottom. Very interesting lines here, but now Roken and Leo are side by side for P2. Leo tries to back off, and now Maple and them are side by side. Maple's gonna back off. Looks like Matty's trying a bunch of different lines, but it looks like they're getting closer. If my eyes are not deceiving me, but I don't know. It feels like they're closer in the corners than they were, but Roken seems really fast. But Matty, though, gap is shrunk a little bit by about a 1/10. Yeah, if I were there, I would not send Roken right now because he looks like he's trying to catch him. And it looks like he's kind of pulling it off a little bit, but Leo bumpering him would not really benefit either of them. Roken running the very bottom, trying to get as much out of that car as he can. The gap is shrunk now down to 7/10. Roken is gaining. So if I were, I just follow Roken at this point. Maple kind of following at a good distance too. Gap increased that lap to 9/10 from 7, so 2/10 were in the gap increased by. Zach, watch that. Roken trying to run the very bottom, but Matty kind of running a little bit of a middle line out of the corners, trying to get a little bit more speed off the exit. Gap shrunk that lap, I believe, by about 1/10, or I don't know if it increased. Did it increase? I don't know. I kind of forgot what the gap was, but we're almost to the halfway point in this race already. Zach, watch that. The gap shrunk down to 6/10. That's the lowest it's been. I'm sure Matty's trying to change up their line now to maybe try and gain any time that they can, but Roken, I think, has found something. Matty seems to be just running a bit higher than Roken is into the corner, but Matty diving down on exit. That's just helping them get the exit. It's 6.18. It gained a couple hundredths there. Roken gained a couple hundredths. The whole field is kind of spread out at this point. Despite what people said about there being a pack race and people wrecking each other, it hasn't happened at all. The gap is now down to... Wait, I think it increased? Or am I wrong? Increased by maybe a hundredth or so. A couple hundredths. But nothing to sweat. Roken is still there, within that 6/10 bracket. And I think Roken's net gaining most of these laps, rather than net lossing. Roken gained a lot that corner, but Matty's still with those strong exits. Now down to 3.99 tenths. 3 tenths, almost 4. I'm gonna basically call it 4. 4 tenths, the gap now. Roken is gaining a lot. Roken is coming. Roken. Matty hits the apron. Matty misses the corner. That's gonna let Roken underneath. Roken to the race lead. Roken trying to clear. Matty hits him. Roken clears. Roken, your new race leader. Matty gonna try and bumper him out of the way. Roken's not gonna be happy about that one. Matty tried to wreck him down the front stretch, and then Matty bumper him in the next corner. So I think Roken's the faster car here at this point. I feel like Roken's shown how much speed he has. Roken's trying to tie the most wins on the season too. Roken has 2. Leo in 3rd right now. He has 3. So Roken trying to tie the most wins. Nowhere close to the most wins ever, though, with 7 with Tord back in Season 2. But that was a low comp season with only like 4 drivers every race, so, you know. And that was with the no break-and-turn era, too. Leo is now up to P2 now. Roken made a big deal about, you know, winning against Leo. Leo, that's who he was talking about before the race. So, Leo, now that Leo's in his rearview mirror, I wonder what he's thinking at this point. But now they're fighting for P2. It's gonna help Roken out. The bumper to the back of the 26. Here comes Roken to the inside. Or not Roken, here comes Matty, and now Leo. Roken gets in the wall. He gets super sideways. Leo now on the inside of Matty. Rio backs out. Here comes Roken. Roken now back to the race lead. The battles are getting insane. Oh, Roken's gonna block Matty all the way down. Guys, Roken, warning 1 out of 3 Roken for blocking all the way down when you were side by side. I don't know what you were thinking there. But the battles are really heating up now at this point. Oh, Zach, you can merge whenever that gets fixed. Just make sure... Oh, you look like you're doing a Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski Daytona moment when he's doing little circles on the back straight trying to put the fire out. That's what you're doing right now. So just don't, like, do anything. But Roken, your race leader. Leo to P2. Leo, I feel like Maple is just kind of in the shadows right now. Maple's kind of a bit, like, silent. But he's still there. He's still in contention, I think, if it comes down to it. I don't know if Maple's just conserving a little bit and, like, holding back, trying not to get involved and try not to, like, lose time to anybody, but, guys, watch that. But, I feel like Maple's just kind of sitting. Yeah, Maple backed off to let Leo by. I think Maple's just sitting. I think he's just waiting. Trying not to stir up any controversy, trying not to make anyone mad. just trying to sit back and wait for everything to play out in front of him. Meanwhile, Rogan is lights out. He wants to lead every lap. That's what he wants. Rogan doing the opposite of Maple. I feel like Maddie, too. A little bit. Leo has just kind of been in the middle of all of this most of the time. With that Logitech 26, though, out front. With the Kyle Busch sticker on the side. Rowdy Forever. In honor of the late Kyle Busch. Matty Moss also has the Rowdy Forever sticker. Rogan almost won the first race after Kyle Busch passed back in me, but Leo in the Kyle Busch tribute scheme bumpered him out of the way and sent him. And Leo got it done, which was his third win on the season, which was his most recent, which was kind of a little bit ago. So Leo trying to break a little bit of a winless streak, but Rogan's last win was 2 races ago at Indianapolis in a good show after Miles got out of the race after hitting the pit wall and crashing. Rogan went on to win after dominating the last couple laps of the race. Maple watched that. I know you got a little in the wall, but Zach watched that too. But now Maple into P2. Very good showing for Maple today. Maple's always been fast, but I feel like he just hasn't been able to do it. One thing or another has always gone wrong for Maple. Looking to fix all of that today with a good show of speed. But Rogan, though, Rogan's still out front. 54 laps in. Only 27 minutes into the race, by the way. Oh, I just realized that's a nice number. Am I right, guys? 27? Anyways, Leo and Maddie is sideways down the front stretch. Oh my god. Can save it. Yes, they do. Oh. Maple, though. Maple putting on a good showing here in Nashville. Maple, I already talked about Maple a lot, but Leo, usually good every race. I gotta say that Maple, there's a reason why Leo is leading the points right now. Maddie, I don't know if you're lagging or something, but watch that. Maple hasn't really led that many laps today, I don't think. So trying to track down Rogan to get that. See what the gap is this time by. Last time it was 0.333. Now this time by it's at 4, so the gap is increased. So Rogan pulling away a little bit. But the battle for third right now is really intense right now. I don't know why they're doing all that, honestly. See what the gap this time by is. 3. Now Maple gained a little bit of time there. He just needs to replicate that. Leo, lose a little bit there. Lose a little bit. Back up to Maddie. Leo. Okay. Good enough. But just watch the sending, both of you. Sending each other or sending yourself. The gap is shrunk. Maple gained more. Maple just needs to keep finding that line, just keep continuing to hit his stride and get into that groove that he needs to catch Roken here. Gap increased a little bit. Maple lost a little bit of time that past lap. Maple choosing a bit of a different entry line and trying to get back down, trying to get an exit, a good exit speed for Maple's trying to get here. Let's see what the gap is. Gap increased by a few tenths, couple of tenths there. Maddie, watch that. Roken still leading by a good amount. Maple running a middle of the middle lane, trying to make something work here. Gap went back down to 3, so Maple found something where Roken's just selling. I don't know which it is. I think Roken's hitting his lines. I think it's just Maple being varying his lap times a lot by doing different things. I don't know what Leo just hopped up on. I'm sorry. I don't know what Roken just hopped on, but his rear tires popped up off the ground there on the backstretch. Maple gained a lot in that lap, I think. Yeah, the gap's down at 0.285. Maple is gaining time here, and Leo and Maddie are battling out. Guys, watch that. Stop doing that to each other. Also, Leo, do not wall right out of the corner. But Maple trying to gain all the time that he can here on Roken. Gap shrunk. Shrunk again. Yeah, Maple running a bit lower than Roken is, but Roken gets a bit more speed out of exit because of the way he's running. But Maple gaining more time, and oh, the gap is now below 1/10. It is now, it's at 8/100ths. Maple is getting very close. I think Maple lost a little bit of time there. Yeah, the gap's at now 1/10 flat. Maple lost a little bit, but no fret, he's still there. Maple trying everything right now. He's needs to run his line. He's getting very close to the bumper of the 26. Roken, though, just trying to hold off. He's gonna have to start playing defensive, I think, maybe soon. Gap increased, but Maple's getting closer in the corners than ever before. Maddie and Zach watched the wall taps. Here comes Maple! Maple to the inside! Roken around, trying to get a run off the outside! Can Roken clear him? He will! Roken clears Maple, but Maple was on the inside. Maple gives the bumper. Maple to the inside of the 26. Two schemes I designed. battling each other for the win. Here in Nashville, in Music City. Everybody wants that guitar trophy. Maple even hungrier than I think Roken at this point, because Roken already has 2 wins. Maple has none in his career. And Maple's been here since last season, and which is season 5. We're in season 6. Maple started out his career, I think, back in Detroit of season 5. So Maple trying to finally put everything together and just win one. 15 laps to go in Music City. Maple there to the inside. Rogan's gonna clear him down the backstretch though. All this battling is helping Leo gain time though. Leo is coming though. That is not what Maple wants to see. Of all people, I don't think Maple wants it to be Leo. But now Maple's gonna lead the lap, but Maple just needs to clear Rogan. That's all he needs to do right now. But Rogan is very stubborn. Rogan's on the outside, but he bats off. Maple's gonna clear him. As long as Rogan doesn't send him in the next corner. He's gonna look to the inside. He gets back to the inside. That's not what Maple needs at all. That's letting Leo just get up into this battle. Let's let Maddie get up into the battle maybe soon too. 13 to go. Zach, watch that. It's a 4-car battle for the race lead very soon, I believe. Here comes Maple to the inside of the 26 of Rogan. Rogan's going to lead the lap, I believe. Yes, he will. Rogan's going to lead the lap, but Maple back on the inside. But Leo and Maddie are still there. I think what Maple needs is for Leo to get to the inside of Rogan so they battle. He just can't let Rogan get back to his inside, because then he's going to have to do all of it all over again. But here he comes. Here comes Leo. Here comes Leo to the race lead. Leo is now your race leader. Trying to get his 4th win of the season. 11 laps to go. Not what Maple wanted at all. Not what Rogan wanted at all either. I feel like it's kind of partially Rogan's fault. Actually, it's a lot of his fault. But I'm not going to put a sole blame on anyone, because Maple has wanted the battle back too, but Maple's going to battle back to the inside of the 91. Maple back to the race lead, but Leo gets a push from the 26. Here comes everybody. Everybody's trying to put the bumper to the back of Maple. Maple needs a push from the 91. He's going to clear him down the back straight. I don't know if I would have jumped down to the inside there. That's going to help Rogan's corner, maybe. Oh, Maddie's going to think better of it back out there. But now Rogan's actually clear out of a corner for the first time in a little while. Now they're battling for second. Under 10 laps to go now. 9 to go here in Nashville. And, oh, Rogan and Maddie get into the wall. That's letting Rogan get away. That's letting Maple get away. Maddie to P2. Maple out front, though. Oh, they almost get to his inside there. Maddie is coming. Maddie was the fastest car in the first half of the race. But fell back ever since. But it's going to be a tough one for Maple to battle against this one. Oh, they're 3 wide for the race lead with Rogan and Maddie and Maple. Maple clears. Rogan looks to the inside. He's there. Maple's going to back out of it. Rogan's going to miss the corner completely. I don't know what he's thinking. They're 4 wide for a second. They're 4 wide. Rogan back to the race lead. 7 to go. Oh, Maple's going to get in the wall with Leo. I would not be happy if I were Maple there. Watch this ending, guys. Rogan back to the race lead here. If I were Maddie, I would let Maple catch. I would let Maple go here. I would not get to Maple's inside. Maddie lets off. Maple to the inside here. 6 to go. Maple doing everything he can. Zach. Watch that. Also, Leo, you decommitted, bro. Don't even try. Zach is actually getting up here now. Matty back to the inside of the 47. Maple gets back clear. 5 laps to go here in Nashville, and oh! I don't know how Zach held on to that one on the apron. Now Rogan's battling with Matty for P2. Maple up front though. Still they're battling for P3. Matty dives on the apron, Matty backs out. Maple's running the higher lane. I don't know if I do that. That's gonna let them get to the inside. They're not clear, but now he is. 4 to go. Oh, Rogan's gonna try and turn him. He sends him a bit. Maple's still gonna get the advantage out of the corner. 3 laps to go here in Nashville. Matty and Rogan are trying to track down the 47 of Maple. Maple trying to search for his first career win. Everybody else in the race has a career win, but other than Maple. Zach, watch that. Coming to 2 to go. Matty trying to get him. Matty has the bit of the draft here. Maple's gonna need to run that low lane, and Matty misses the corner. Actually tries the high lane, I think. But now Rogan and Matty are gonna get side by side. Oh, they're gonna get in the wall. Here comes Rogan. Rogan's gonna miss the corner. Maple's gonna miss the corner. Oh! Maple's gonna dump Rogan! Rogan gets into the... Maple dumps him. 1 lap to go in Nashville. Maple out front, battling for Matty. With Matty, the race away. Here comes Leo! Here comes Leo! Leo is here! Maple's getting turned! Maple just needs to clear him! Maple's not clear! Leo, do not. Oh, they all wreck! They all wreck out of the turn 4! Maple's gonna get his first career win in Nashville! Oh my goodness! What a race! Oh my god! Finally! It finally happened! Maple is an Paillé IROC Series winner! He is gonna burn that thing to the ground. Maple finally has his first career win. Maple can't even figure out how to do a burnout. I hope I can get an interview with this man. He's gonna park it right there. I want to call him up. I want to hear from this man right now. Invite to speak. I hope his mic is... I hope he's able to speak. Oh man, go to victory lane, there's a lot of confetti there. Maple making his way to victory lane over here, Maple. Over here. Wait, don't set it off yet. Alright, Leo, turn it back on. Maple can get out of his car as a winner here in Nashville. It must feel incredible. I hope I didn't botch that, but um, wow, what a what an effort from Maple. Had to help hold off. I think some of the best. Hopefully his chat goes away so I can take the screenshot. Maple, can you like look out to turn two? Turn two. Like turn. There you go. That's a tough photo. That's a tough photo. Wait, can you like make sure you're not clipping through the car? I'm gonna wait for your chat to go away. I wanna hear you know what, I wanna hear an interview from Mate Rogan. I wanna hear what he has to say after heartbreak there. Rogan, you almost could have won that. You tried to block the 47 down to the apron, and then 47 kind of just like drove right through you. It didn't really lift. Uh, what do you come out? What do you think about coming out of this?
That finish should be reviewed. He fucking dumped me on purpose. I was practically stuck to his car, and he just turned up and dumped me. And then he forced Leo and Maddie down on the apron on the back straightaway. So that's kind of bullshit. That should be reviewed. But completely undeserved. So
Yeah,
next race I'll just dump him.
yeah, we can.
There's gonna be a penalty for that, right? Because you didn't give him shit.
What?
You didn't care that he dumped me?
Bro, people have dumped for the win before, bro. People have dumped for the win in NASCAR. It ain't nothing new.
It was 3 to go. It wasn't even for the win.
It was for the win.
Okay, so and then he forced second and third.
I don't have to. I'm gonna have to watch that. I don't know, but
there's 2 things you should probably watch.
Yeah. But yeah. Thanks for coming out, Roken. I'm interested to see you in next
The
race.
only clean parts from that race was surprisingly Leo. He was pretty clean.
All right.
Zach wall popped to pass me on the final lap.
Yeah, I will watch that because Zach was wall popping a lot. I might take that away from him.
Yeah, he kept trying to wreck me on the first, like, whenever I joined for some reason. I don't know what he had against me.
I think he's been having lag issues.
Maddie would send almost every single quarter to try to get to my bumper, so I didn't pull away. He was unsuccessful at that, and then Maple, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He caught me. He could have raced me clean instead of dumped me. But, yeah.
Yeah, but everybody has their, I guess, style, but I don't know. I don't know. Would you lift? Would you lift if that was you?
I wouldn't start him.
I guess, but yeah. I feel bad for you. You could have won that. You were really fast all day. Especially after tracking Maddie down in the first little stint. I think you can get more wins for sure. Yeah. What place did you come home in? Yeah, you came home in fifth. Fifth? What did you come home in?
This is the third. This is the I think 3rd time I've gotten wrecked on the final on 2 to go. When I was leading. Or competing for the win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I feel like Maple's had the same thing happen to him though too. Like he's been screwed out of wins too.
Zach, you fucking wall popped for 4th. Shut up.
I don't think Zach is in here.
He's saying it in chat.
Oh, then I don't know how he's hearing me because I don't see him in the thing. But yeah. So yeah, you finished top 5 regardless.
I should be before.
Yeah. I'll definitely look at that because he was doing it. Yeah. Leo's saying Maddie forced him. Maple just blocked and then Maddie forced him. So that's what Leo's saying. Yeah, Maddie and Zach were very aggressive. Maddie and Zach were. I saw Zach wall tap all race.
Yeah, he should get TTB for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Leo. I see that. That's not Maple's fault at all. Dude, Maple, Leo, I thought you were gonna do a terrible thing in that final corner, dude. I thought you were gonna take Maple the fuck out. Yeah, it's also. Yeah, but I know you're a better person than that, Leo. But yeah, Roken, thank you for coming out. See you next week. I don't know what what's next week. Schedule. The next race is Homestead, and that is the second last race of the season. And then after that, we go to Vegas for the final race. I don't know why I did that, but we go to Vegas for the last race of the season. And so 2 races remain. 2 races remain in the season. So, yeah, I want to join. Everyone, you can... Oh, wait, I gotta sign off. I want to thank everybody for watching here on the Paillé IROC Series YouTube channel and watching Maple get his first career win. I will see you all next week in Homestead for the second last race of this season. Goodbye, everyone.